stand up right now. Go ahead. I'll wait. Did you notice that slight hesitation before your legs responded? That moment where your brain sent the signal, but your legs needed an extra second to obey? If you're over 70, that delay isn't your imagination. It's your circulation trying to tell you something important. Here's what's happening inside your legs right now. The tiny blood vessels deep in your calves and thighs are becoming stiff and unresponsive. They're not opening up the way they used to. And when blood can't flow freely to your leg muscles, you feel it as heaviness, coldness, and that strange disconnect where your legs feel like they belong to someone else. Most people think poor leg circulation is just part of getting older, but research shows it's actually a specific nutritional deficiency. Today, we're revealing the #1 vitamin that controls blood flow to your legs after 70, why almost everyone at this age is deficient, and exactly how to use it to restore circulation. We'll cover the warning signs, how this vitamin works, and the critical mistakes that make supplementation worthless. Before we reveal the vitamin, you need to understand what's happening in your leg blood vessels. This isn't about cholesterol, it's about endothelial dysfunction. Your blood vessels are lined with endothelial cells that control whether vessels stay open or closed. These cells produce nitric oxide, the molecule that tells blood vessels to relax and widen. When nitric oxide is flowing, your leg muscles get oxygen. When it's not, vessels stay constricted. After 70, 3 things destroy nitric oxide production. First, oxidative stress increases dramatically. Free radicals attack endothelial cells faster than your body can repair them. Second, chronic inflammation makes vessel walls stiff. Third, your endothelial cells stop responding to signals that tell them to produce nitric oxide. The result is what you're experiencing: cold feet even in summer, legs that feel heavy after walking short distances, cramping at night, swelling in your ankles by evening, numbness or tingling. These are all symptoms of one issue. Your blood vessels can't deliver blood efficiently to your leg muscles. When leg muscles don't get oxygen, they weaken quickly. Weak muscles mean poor balance. Poor balance means higher fall risk. Falls after 70 often lead to fractures and loss of independence. Your leg circulation isn't just about comfort. It's about whether you can keep living independently. The vitamin that controls all of this is vitamin D. Vitamin D isn't actually a vitamin. It's a hormone that activates over 1,000 genes, including every gene responsible for blood vessel function. Your blood vessel walls are covered with vitamin D receptors. When vitamin D activates those receptors, it triggers effects that directly improve circulation. First, vitamin D increases nitric oxide production. Without adequate vitamin D, your endothelial cells can't produce enough nitric oxide, regardless of how healthy you eat or exercise. The machinery simply doesn't work. Second, vitamin D reduces inflammation in blood vessel walls. Inflammation makes vessels stiff. Vitamin D calms that inflammation, allowing vessels to regain flexibility. Third, vitamin D prevents calcium from depositing in artery walls. When calcium builds up, vessels become rigid. Vitamin D directs calcium into bones where it belongs, keeping arteries pliable. The Framingham Heart Study found that people over 70 with vitamin D levels below 30 nanograms per milliliter had 80% stiffer arteries and 62% worse blood flow to their legs compared to people with levels above 50. That difference translated directly into walking ability. The high vitamin D group could walk a mile, while the deficient group struggled around the block. Another study measured blood flow using ultrasound in seniors with poor leg circulation. After bringing vitamin D levels from deficient to optimal over 6 months, blood flow to lower legs increased measurably. Many participants reported chronic leg cramps disappeared, and feet felt warm for the first time in years. After age 70, your body becomes terrible at making and using vitamin D. Your skin produces vitamin D from sunlight, but after 70, your skin produces 75% less vitamin D from the same sun exposure compared to when you were younger. Even if you're outside daily, you're probably not making enough, and most seniors aren't outside much anyway. Food sources don't help. Very few foods contain meaningful vitamin D. Fatty fish like salmon have some, but you'd need to eat it daily. Fortified milk has tiny amounts. Your digestive system also becomes less efficient at absorbing vitamin D from food as you age. Studies show up to 40% of adults over 70 have vitamin D levels low enough to cause serious health problems. Many are severely deficient without knowing because symptoms develop gradually. Warning signs of deficiency look exactly like poor leg circulation because they're the same problem: muscle weakness, especially in legs, balance problems, bone pain, fatigue that doesn't improve with rest. If you're experiencing these, vitamin D deficiency is likely. Getting your vitamin D right requires understanding 3 critical details that most people get wrong. First, the dose matters enormously. The old recommendation of 400 to 800 international units daily is based on preventing rickets in children. It has nothing to do with optimizing circulation in seniors. Research shows the dose that improved blood flow in clinical trials is 5,000 international units daily for most people over 70. However, you should get your levels tested first. A simple blood test called 25-hydroxyvitamin D shows your current status. The optimal range for vascular and metabolic health is 40 to 60 nanograms per milliliter, not just the minimum 30 that doctors often accept. Work with your doctor to determine the right dose for your specific situation. Second, the form and timing of vitamin D matter. You want vitamin D3, not D2. D3 is the natural form your body makes from sunlight and uses most efficiently. D2 is synthetic and far less effective. Vitamin D is fat-soluble, which means your body can't absorb it without dietary fat present. Taking vitamin D on an empty stomach or with a fat-free meal means most of it passes through unused. You must take vitamin D with a meal containing fat. Eggs, avocado, nuts, salmon, or even a tablespoon of olive oil ensures proper absorption. Research shows people who take vitamin D with their fattiest meal of the day absorb 70% more than those who take it with a light meal. Third, and this is absolutely critical, you must take vitamin D with vitamin K2. Never take vitamin D alone. Here's why. Vitamin D increases calcium absorption from your intestines, which is good for your bones, but potentially dangerous for your arteries. Vitamin K2's job is to direct that calcium into bones and away from blood vessels. Taking vitamin D without K2 can actually accelerate arterial calcification and worsen your circulation, even though you're trying to improve it. The protocol that works is 5,000 international units of vitamin D3 taken with 180 micrograms of vitamin K2 MK7 form every day with your fattiest meal. Most people find breakfast or dinner works best because those meals typically contain the most fat. Vitamin D works better with supporting nutrients. Vitamin C strengthens blood vessel walls by helping produce collagen. Without adequate C, vessel walls become weak. The effective dose is 500 milligrams 3 times daily with meals. Food sources include kiwi fruit, red bell peppers, and citrus. Vitamin E prevents oxidative damage to vessels. Natural E from food is 8 times more bioavailable than synthetic. Look for supplements labeled mixed tocopherols. The effective dose is 400 international units daily, split into 2 doses with meals containing fat. Food sources include almonds, sunflower seeds, and spinach. Gentle movement is essential. Even 10 minutes of walking after meals stimulates nitric oxide production. You don't need intense exercise. Consistency matters more. Daily walking, light calf raises, and ankle rotation signal vessels to stay responsive. Always get medical guidance before starting supplements, especially if you're on medications. Vitamin D can interact with certain heart medications. Vitamin E affects blood clotting if you're on blood thinners. Seek immediate medical attention if you experience sudden severe leg pain, leg swelling in just one leg, skin discoloration or ulcers on legs, or coldness in one leg only. These could indicate serious circulation problems requiring emergency care. Regular checkups are important. Your doctor can monitor vitamin D levels through blood tests and adjust dosage as needed. Your legs have carried you through decades. That heaviness and coldness isn't inevitable, it's a specific nutritional deficiency affecting blood vessel function. Vitamin D is the master controller of leg circulation. It increases nitric oxide production, reduces inflammation, prevents arterial calcification, and restores vessel flexibility. But you must use it correctly. Vitamin D3, 5,000 international units daily with vitamin K2, always taken with a meal containing fat. Add vitamin C and E for enhanced benefits. Walk gently after meals. Stay consistent. Within weeks, you should notice feeling warmer, legs responding faster, and that heavy feeling lifting. Get your levels tested. Work with your doctor. Start today. The difference between maintaining independence and losing mobility often comes down to getting the basics right. Your circulation can improve at any age if you give your body what it needs. Now you know. The question is whether you'll use this information. Choose action over acceptance. Your future self will thank you.